Welcome back, everybody, to Kenshi. I am Dishwasher Baby, and we are hopefully sounding a whole hell of a lot better. Um, really wasn't satisfied with the quality of audio that I was getting, even though it was definitely an improvement upon where I was. Uh, however, still was nowhere near where I wanted it to be. I actually just kind of out of coincidence found a different audio cable and connected that up. Well, it really isn't an audio cable, it's actually a USB cable. And I hooked that up. Turns out that was the source of my issue. It's causing a lot of additional, just like ringing, buzzing noises, and it showed. I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about, so I don't really need to explain that, probably. Uh, and you're probably hearing just how different things are already. Now, when we left off here, we just barely got Feck working on some leather turtlenecks. And I'm gonna actually have Zim, now that we've got a little bit of money, I'm gonna have Zim, we'll start with Squid. Since I last went to, Zach, not Squin. So probably Squin's more likely to have the things that I need. Things like leather and fabric. Now, it seems like it's going to be a waste here because right at the beginning, the leather and fabric are going to be turned into clothing that is definitely going to be worth less than the leather and fabric. But what I'm spending the money on is experience, for sure. It's a lot more important that I have the experience than having good armor just yet. You know, it really does not make a difference right now. Having good armor is, it's not the make or the break of your characters. So, let's take all those. Why not? I will need these things too. There we go. Oh, and I actually need cacti as well. I definitely want some of those. In fact, okay, we'll take them all. I don't really do cotton. Uh, I, you know, I don't know. I just don't do cotton. So, yeah, that's the way things are. And we'll give him the bodyguard order so he goes back to dishwashed baby. Yeah, I mean, honestly, doing the bodyguard order definitely can cause problems from time to time, but frankly, it's just the way I prefer to do things. Um, it really doesn't make such a massive difference that you notice all the time, but definitely can cause problems. You just have to be aware that it could be causing a problem and be ready to say, okay, don't do that anymore. I mean, it can save you a lot of keystrokes, though, um, so you don't have to keep clicking things and stuff like that. It can really save you a lot of time and effort in that manner, and just make things that I don't even think Kenshi really ever intended to have automated. Yeah. Jafar here, unfortunately, isn't really going to have much to do. So, what I'm going to have Jafar do is I'm just going to have him stay close to Feck. And his job, his sole purpose, is going to be to keep Feck fed. And that's because nobody is going to be walking by Feck with food. Since there's no storage here or anything like that, that's not going to be the case. So let's see. Oren and Ruka should have food on them. Good. Zim, I want you to empty out your backpack, and you're going to go trade with Jafar. Feels weird having a character named Jafar, I must say. He's the evil one, I suppose. Nope. That was a misclick. Take those. And put those in there. There we go. Okay. Animal skins. These are not. There we go. Leather. Lots more leather. Fabrics. Great. Now Feck will have more materials to work with once he's done. So that's amazing. We definitely want that. Alright, and really there's not a whole lot that I can do about speeding things along here. Since Zim is the one doing nothing, I'll have him come up here, just empty what he can onto this guy here. Only has 8 grand, but I should be able to sell quite a bit of this copper. There we go, 8 grand's worth. I don't even know that I need that, but whatever. Having extra swords is not really a problem. And there we go. Anything else that I want here? I don't want to buy the bread because I can't put it in a food storage. It's generally the reason. Ring sabers, why not? Basically, I just want to get whatever I can. Because I have so much to sell, I'd rather just get rid of it all. And, you know, maybe even get some goods that I don't care about or want or need or will ever use, but it doesn't really matter. It can even help me get more money out of it if, for whatever reason, it makes it so you can buy just a little bit closer to 0. And, of course, okay, that guy's mid-fall. Where's the barman? Damn it. That's unfortunate. Oh, do some first aid. I don't want the barman to die. And Zim, you know what? Take that copper up to stack. Ah, shit, I didn't trade the backpack with Jafar. But that's okay, because I can just buy a backpack and stack and bring it down. So that'll be fine. In fact, it's something that I should have, basically should have just done that in the first place. But it is what it is. And here we are in stack, basically. Not quite there, but like I said, basically. And it doesn't really matter where I go and stack, but I do want some specific things. So let's go here, get some fabrics and everything like that. That should be basically everything that I need from stack in general, really. We will keep on checking these places. Oh, particularly this place here. The ninja rags are definitely a nice thing to start with. Wooden sandals. I do use those, but frankly, it's just not needed. Leather shirt is worse than the leather turtleneck because it's got the same coverage, the coverage is less, but everything else is the same about it. So definitely the turtlenecks are better, but I'll still buy it. Doesn't really benefit me at all. But frankly, I just like to have all of those. I feel like there were some people that were missing some shoes, and I always have my peoples wearing them. Wooden sandals, good for running. One last thing, actually, hold on. I didn't check for backpacks. Y'all were probably screaming at me like, what the fuck? You said you were gonna get backpacks. You dumb piece of shit. And you would be right. I am a dumb piece of shit. Alright. One last look here for mainly leather now at this point. I have really spent a lot of money here. And actually encumbered him quite a bit just by coming down. So he's running pretty slow, guaranteed, even though he has 53 athletics. It's a lot of stuff for him to carry around here. Because of Dishwash Baby's arms, yeah, I would almost rather have him doing this just so he could get stronger. But because of the fact that he, well, basically you'd have to put his arm away, which is really just kind of annoying. I don't like to have to do that. It's just annoying. Have to take an arm off, put it in a container, put it back on when you get back. Like, so many things can go wrong with that whole process that I don't even want to fuck with it. Not one fucking bit. Now, I can't imagine just how much better I sound today. Not to sound cocky or anything, but I really did sound horrible. Is really what I'm saying. I sounded terrible the last few episodes, so I do apologize. Unfortunately, there's not much that I can do about that. I still want to put this series up on YouTube. I mean, I could go re-record a bunch of audio. I'm not sure really if that would do much good though. There we go, and that should keep feck fed. Let's empty these out here. Empty these out in their respective locations. There we go. We'll spread the medicine out. Eventually, we'll get to it. I do want to make sure that pretty much at all times everybody has medicine on them. I'm really not worried about making my own medicine, mind you. I don't care a whole lot about that. Light post efficiency, definitely. Electrical crafting is useful, but frankly, I just buy all of my electrical things. Either that, or it is a bit of a giveaway, but later on in the game, when you're going ahead and getting rid of all the tech libraries, you're going to find a lot of mechanical spiders that you just have to kill if you want to get through it. So, they actually have... they actually have exactly the kinds of things, though, that... Ooh, whoops, I didn't mean to use one of those ancient science books, but if I were to cancel any of these, I wouldn't get back any of the books. So, it's not worth it. If you mess up and accidentally use some stuff that you didn't want to use, it's done. You know, that's what's going on. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. Have Ruka trade with Zim. Zim should be operating the copper resource. And that'll keep things moving along a little bit. Go. Oren has shoes. Zim has shoes. Khalid. Go ahead and trade. And eventually I'll start to kind of sort out the weapons a little bit more. For now, I'm just not too worried about it, but I'd rather him use a katana than a saber, for sure. Ice, doesn't have shoes anymore. Yeah, it sucks that she has a saber too. But we'll probably just have her grab one of the weapons from Zim, because I think he does have an extra one. He does. Awesome. Zim. Hold that in your bag. Hold that in your bag. Oh, what a bastard. Didn't quite do what I wanted there. There we go. Perfect. Alright, Taryn has shoes on. Most everyone has shoes now. Jafar and Feck, I'm not really worried about these guys. In fact, I might even move their weapons. See, shoddy grade, samurai cloth pants, whatever. Go ahead and wear those. Why not? It's not like he's going to be doing any fighting, so. I am just going to let this kind of play out for a second. We'll see where it goes. I'll cut back if anything interesting happens, but I want to get some of this research done and let Feck gain some experience. Okay, and nothing too interesting has happened here, but I did decide that I'm going to have construction begin on the weaponsmith. I don't expect anything good, anything that good to come of the weaponsmith, but it'll actually allow me to have Jafar doing something as well, which is certainly advantageous. Now, unfortunately, I won't be making iron plates myself or anything, but it will have him leveling up and could eventually yield some good equipment, which is really what I'm hoping for, is some good equipment to yield from that, at least eventually. So, let's go ahead and do business. Right now, I'm just getting the iron plates for the weaponsmithy. But I do know that until you get to a certain level, it requires iron plates to create weapons with the smithy too. So, not that I would worry about it too much anyways. Yeah, I'll probably just accept the fact that I'm gonna need iron plates for something. And just buy out as many as I can. I really don't like this path he's taking, though, because I know that he's gonna walk right into the bandits that are right over there. So I'm gonna tell him to go this way, where there aren't bandits. Yeah, I really don't know why. Sometimes he'll choose the other path, sometimes he'll choose this one automatically. The biggest problem that I have, grand. Let's see here. This guy thinks he's a badass, but he's gonna talk to me for a while, then he's gonna attack. That's where he made his mistake. Yes, your favorite customer. That's why you're gonna protect me from this cunt hole. Awesome. Alright, cool. Now, Zim doesn't give a fuck about this fight. I really hope that the barman doesn't die, because that's like my source of money right there. I'm not too worried about training right now either, though. Any training that I get is good, incidentally. But I'm much more worried about getting gear onto my people and kind of getting some jobs set up. There we go. All but one. Go ahead and throw the other one in here along with those. And we'll call that a day. He'll go ahead and get those materials added. Looking at this, I do need some lights. Ceiling lamp would be ideal. One thing that I am going to need as well, and I don't quite have everything that I'll need for this, is the battery bank. One nice thing about the battery banks is that you do not have to actually upgrade the battery banks. As far as I know, at least. I'm pretty sure I've gone through all of the levels of the battery bank technology, and as far as I can tell, you do not have to upgrade it, which is really nice. Iron plates, electrical components, easy. Electrical components don't cost that much. So it's certainly not something I'm worried about. I could even make them, but that's almost more effort than it's even worth. Certainly selling the electrical components isn't really worth much. You might as well just sell the copper, because all the time and effort that you put into it, it's not worth it. It really isn't. Doesn't get you enough to really make it worth it. I'm just gonna look. Yeah, he has plenty of iron plates on him for the jobs that he's trying to do. We'll get one more on him, just since that's what we have. I'll grab a few more of those, just in case. And the weaponsmith is done. Takes fabrics and iron plates. Awesome. I can make guardless katana, which is quite nice, actually. I think that's what I'm going to do. Guardless katana, repeat Q, and Jafar, that is your job. Yeah, he doesn't have iron plates, right? In order for him to do that job, I will need to create a storage for iron plates. And I'll need to supply that storage. Okay, Orin and Terran are being attacked. Group of hungry bandits. One thing that I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go to squad here. I'm going to add a squad. I'm going to name this squad Townsfolk. And I'm going to name this squad Fighters. Something like that. There we go. So that way I can just select all and not worry about who I'm selecting and whether or not I want them to actually fight. And I'm gonna select everyone. I'm gonna have them run up here. Mostly because that's kind of a centralized zone between all of them. There we go. And then Dishwash Baby, go here, not up there. It's like right up here that I told him to go somehow. Terran will go there. We'll switch things back to normal speed. And already things are breaking into retard world. Somehow he went all the way back here before anyone started. Yeah, and I'm not worried about the fact that people are wearing backpacks. It's honestly, if anything, a good thing. Yeah, sometimes really annoying the way that things work out in battle. Just the luck kind of aspect of it, or timing. Really, it comes down to it. Timing is luck in a lot of senses, especially in this game. But things like that are just things that I need to not let happen. What sucks is that they take like an hour to get back to standing. And there we go. We have destroyed this group of bandits. I don't even care now if I start shooting my own people. If anything, that's good. It's just more experience. But yeah, there we go. A little more experience. He's just going to sit here and say that's empty until the cows come home. Until I finally get him some iron plates. We'll talk to this guy. I don't think I'll have any iron plates. I just bought him out. Can't send Dishwasher Baby up there, so off. You know what, Zim? Stack won't have any iron plates either. So off you go to Squin instead. I don't have a whole lot of money to buy iron plates, but that's okay. It's not a big issue. I unfortunately can't put any iron plate creation around here. I mean, I could maybe go like find a iron resource and set up something to create iron plates next to it. In order to do so efficiently, I'd want to have power and a whole group of people there to make sure that if anyone came up and tried to attack us, yeah, it's a whole process. But I can't do it right next to the hub. It's impossible because I couldn't create the iron plate manufacturing device, whatever the hell that's called in this game. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. But oh yeah, bag check me. Sure, that's fine. I don't care at all. Weirdly enough, Zim is just standing there. Yeah, I was gonna say, don't seem like he's fucking staying close. Awesome. I don't actually want you to do that right now, so you cannot. Please. Thank you. And I won't actually turn that one back on until it's time to, I won't turn that back on until it's time to go out there into the world as a group and fight. Before I do that, I might get more people on my crew. Probably get more Shek on my crew, really. Get them armed. Armored is not a big deal at the beginning. Um, I am trying to get my people armored. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, like, it's not going to make a big difference. They honestly kind of need to have their asses whooped a bit. So, cool. you know? Finally. 6. Show me what you got, sir. Show me what you got. Let's see here. Got a couple of things there that should help. And I came for iron plates, which unfortunately there aren't a lot here. Let's see how encumbered he is. 2%. That's not bad. And we do have some money left, so I think I am going to run over to AdMag. Should be able to get a few more iron plates there. Probably would be able to get more iron plates from Stack as well, but at this point Stack is just further, so I'm not even going to deal with that. Hopefully I can get enough iron plates to weigh him down enough to have to worry about walking back. Certainly wouldn't mind that. Yeah, and we're just letting things load in now. Yeah, there's a lot of loading that needs to be done in these screens and stuff. Yeah, I think now that I've got my sound issues figured out, I'll probably jump to some Project Zomboid playthroughs here in the near future. But I'm just enjoying Kenshi so much. Something about like the colony building games I really like. Um, it is something that no, I don't know how to use that blade. Want to show me a few pointers, buddy? No, didn't think so. Fucking prick. Uh, anyways, what was I saying? Probably wasn't that important, was it? Oh yeah, Project Zomboid. Yeah, I'll probably do some Project Zomboid. But I am having a lot of fun playing Kenshi. Something beautiful about a game that just kind of plays itself in the way that Kenshi does. But you can do so much still. You know, I mean, I know a game playing itself kind of sounds boring. But there's still it's just so much you can do with it. A flat skin that fights? No, not really. I just have this to protect me, sir. Mercenary plates are awesome. I can't afford them. You know what? He will wait, and someone can probably sell uh, all of our copper now. So yeah, ice is being attacked. Wonderful. That's a pretty large group. Nothing that we can't take care of. I'm gonna select everybody but Zim. And I'm just gonna do the same thing here. I'm gonna have them all go like right here, wait there. There we go. That's a pretty big group of them. If things get worrisome, we'll be able to have be able to have some success getting back, or yeah, just getting back into the things. Yeah, there we go. See, they're already just gonna come out and protect our asses. So that's perfect. Terran, yeah, there we go. Get the fuck out of there. And dishwash, baby. Yeah, get the fuck out of there. I don't want you doing any melee. It's just not necessary right now. Uh, Christ. Yeah, Terran went down because he kept on getting hit. Uh, kept on trying to do. You know, I wish I could just tell him, hey, back the fuck off if you start having melee because it's not gonna help anyone. And see, at this angle, it's pretty unlikely I'll shoot anyone but our homies, but whatever. That's fine. It's good. Ruka went down too. Actually, Terran got back up already, which is awesome. Shows you that they're getting tough. Toughness means that they'll stand up sooner. Uh, they could be even more hurt, and they'll just stand right up. So that's awesome. Jafar is still sitting there complaining that that's empty, and Dishwashed Baby still needs to go sell our goods. Ruka should actually get up here, yeah. I'm gonna have Ruka and Terran go lay down. Don't even care that it's gonna cost me like 100 cats. It's nothing. It's really nothing. Do fuck. I really hate when it does that. It's so annoying. And it does it. It's done it every single time today. I don't know why. But you can see just how much more annoying it is when it does happen. Uh, you know what? Just drop that. I do not care about it. And let's get as much of the rest of this copper sold as possible. I'm gonna watch him walk up to this mostly because I just want to sell this copper. Uh, then get back to Zim and have him finish up his thing. I don't know why. Yeah, sometimes it'll load the inside a lot sooner than others. Um, Wikizashis are nice. I actually would rather make wikizashis, so I'm gonna. And we'll buy food too, just so that we can sell the rest of this copper. And Zim. Definitely want you to purchase the mercenary plate. Everything else here I'm not worried about. Mercenary leather armor is good, but I'd still rather not worry about it. And I'm just going to go ahead and actually give him that bodyguard order again so I don't have to tell him to walk back. Yep. Show him your gear. And you go ahead and learn that. Gonna go back here now. And what's nice is he hasn't even started production of any of these guardless katanas. So Wikizashi dead. And we'll watch Zim just in case there's any issues. I don't think there will be. Yeah, I feel like the compressed textures mod, the compressed textures project is actually really great. Yeah, they can't keep up with me, so I'm not too worried about it. Zim is not that encumbered, and he can run really fast. So yeah, no worries there. No worries at all. But yeah, once I get everyone equipped with Wikizashis, they're not the strongest of blades. So you actually don't do a whole lot of damage with them. And that's why I like them. Oh, and there's Orin. I didn't even realize I had Orin following Zim. Oh, yeah. So here's another unexpected thing sometimes. You gotta be ready for it. Sometimes, why is Ruka hungry? She should be a food bearer. So we'll actually fix that. Yeah, normally I'm a little more on top of food. Uh, Trying to do some new things with this playthrough. So there definitely are going to be times when I'm not quite as on top of things as I usually am. Which y'all don't even know how on top of things I usually am. So probably doesn't really bother you as much as it bothers me. But I think as I get more used to recording and I'm worried less about whether or not there's actually good content coming out and, stuff like that, I could just be more confident in that fact rather than worried about it. I'm just going to have him auto haul those iron plates. There we go. I do want him to also put these things away, and I'm not going to individually order auto hauls for that. There we go. That'll keep Feck working. Now, Feck's already made some feckin' shit. Not that great. This stuff isn't worth wearing. I mean, it's not like it's all that bad. Might as well give these things to Dishwasher Baby. Yeah, it really doesn't matter at all. But there we go. Now we got Jafar working on some Wikizashis. These are going to come out absolutely horrible. They're not going to be great at all. Let's actually take a look here at the old refitted blade quality. There we go. 0.58. Actually, not that bad. I was expecting worse, for sure. So you can see here some of the modifiers. Armor penetration minus 30%. So if they have armor on, these do a heck of a lot less damage. Defense bonus -2. That's great because it actually gets their defense up. Attack bonus +2. You know, it's not that big of a modifier. If you guys remember, basically the better they are at something, the less experience they get. So if you got a modifier that actually brings a skill down, they can train as if they were a lower level and actually get more out of fights, etc. But that attack bonus, while it's +2, actually will be offset by the fact that this is a very light weapon that doesn't do a lot of damage, so they're going to have to swing a whole hell of a lot in order to uh, get some of this stuff done. So you can see here, power's at 8 at 39, battery charge is at 0. So I do need to get a bit more work done in that regard. For this purpose, I'm gonna head up to stack. Actually, since it's midnight, I'm gonna wait to head to stack until morning. Once I head to stack, what I'm trying to get is the electrical components so that I can finish these up. That way my lights will stay on, even at times like this where I'm definitely not getting enough power to run all of my stuff. So this, as you can see here, there's not a lot of power. It's working at 7% of its full potential. This is working at 19% of its full potential. This is working at 9% of its full potential. And I'm sure these lights are actually turning on and off. So not actually providing a lot of light. Does, however, seem, and this is kind of lucky, like it's kind of spreading the power out evenly enough. And there we go. Yeah, you can see that the wind picked up. Now we've got enough power to run everything, and everything's going to be running a lot smoother during that time. This is also the kind of time when we would have actual power generation going into our batteries, which is nice. But yeah, overall, we're getting real close to being set up. And it's just a matter now of just kind of getting these things started here. We'll have to get more and more iron plates, which I'm not too worried about. It's a lot of money, and the skills are worth it. Skills are really what's worth it. If I can get a bunch of 0.58 cutting damage, Wikizashis, then that's going to be huge because that's better than I could really even buy right now. Unless I were to go to Black Desert City, which, I mean, it's tempting, but I'd rather get the experience than just go buy the best weapon in the game. The best weapons in the game. The thing about buying just like the best weapon in the game is that it's not really that useful to someone who's not experienced, because it really does take a lot to get to the point where you can use some of the stronger weapons in the game. Now, here in a moment, I am going to go ahead and cut this episode off. But please do let me know kind of what your suggestions are, what your experiences are in Kenshi. Start a conversation below. Hit the like button if you liked it. Hit the dislike button if you hate it. Open to all feedback. Definitely want to hear what y'all have to say. Um, Now, like I've mentioned in the past, and I will mention here, a lot of these recordings are going to be done prior to me actually putting anything up on YouTube, but I'm getting very much closer to the point where I can just start actually getting some of these videos put together. Uh, just that most of the time right now, I do want to spend some time actually, uh, you know, playing the game. Uh, However, this weekend I am going to go ahead and start. This weekend I'm going to go ahead and start putting up these videos and getting them set up. So, there we go. All right. With that, I'm going to go ahead and bring this episode to a close. I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much. Bye bye.